Lily, I read this thing the other day about Gutenberg.
Wait, hang on.
Yeah?
I just got this notification. Yeah, I guess we'll just put this out. Because you've all heard by now, Joe Biden died.
Oh, what? He died?
Yeah, it says train accident.
Oh, wow, that's horrible.
Yeah. So it's like I think we both got to process this.
I don't think I could record an episode today.
We'll probably just put this out to make sure everyone knows, like, no episode this week. I hope you're all doing okay.
Yeah.
Spend some time to grieve.
Yeah. No, definitely. So I think that's probably going to be it, right?
We're wishing all the best for Joe's family, and we'll see you all next week.
Yeah, okay. Goodbye, everybody.
I feel like it's inappropriate to say sleep tight, so see ya.
Yeah.
All right, we can cut it there.
Sure. You want to, just sit around and talk for a while anyways?
Yeah. You want to do that for like an hour or so?
Sure, yeah.
Sounds good. I made you a quiz.
Oh, really?
Trevor.
Yeah?
I discovered a thing not yesterday. It's been a couple days now. I discovered a thing.
Okay.
Called Spotify for Podcasters.
Okay.
I did not know we had a Spotify stats page.
Oh.
But I found one. And
Okay.
I took down some notes on different statistics about our audience that I was told. And now you're going to guess them. And the surprise if you get them all right.
Okay. So is one of the questions how many listeners we have?
You can guess how many followers do you think we have?
3.
It's much better than that.
It's much better
We're
than
doing
that.
pretty. It's significantly more.
10.
Even more. We're famous.
15.
Even more.
20.
One less.
19.
You got it.
Okay. That's pretty good. I didn't think we had 19 people.
Yeah, and 10 ratings, all 5 stars.
Oh,
which is when it starts showing up on the page. So we
Yeah.
are now a 5-star podcast.
Now, given one of those followers is me,
One of them is also me.
so really we have 17 followers.
Point. And only 8 5-star ratings. I'm assuming you did one as
Yeah,
well.
I did. I did
Yeah.
do one as well. Yes.
Of course, we think it's 5 stars, but I have some formalized questions. These were pretty surprising to me, actually. Here's question number 1. I didn't write multiple choice for these, and they're all like numbers, so I'll give you they're all percentages, I think.
Okay.
You get a plus or minus 10% on these
Okay.
for it to count right. What are the gender percentages of our audience? Female, male, and non-binary.
Okay. Percentages. So this is 19, right? This is 19 people.
We have more listeners than followers.
Oh, right.
Not
okay.
everybody who
okay.
This is like everyone who's ever listened to an episode, I think.
Right. I'm gonna say, just considering both of our groups of our, the people I know and the people you know, for the most part, are women.
It's true.
So I'm gonna say 65% women. 50. No, that's not right.
50% men.
30%. There we go. I found the number. Men, and then 5% non-binary.
Okay. Let me check this. You said
okay. Spotify knows my gender.
Maybe there's also an option for none.
Right.
Like you didn't put it in, but we have none listeners. So every listener has put in a gender.
Okay.
Apparently. The correct answer was, I think you got it all wrong, was 85% female.
85. Okay, so I was right about it being mostly female.
You just
Anyways,
even underestimated
Yeah.
how few men we know.
Wow.
It's surprising. Feel like I know more men than that, but no.
Yeah,
Maybe they just. This is a podcast for women.
I guess
Perhaps.
so. That's okay.
Something about it appeals primarily to women. It is 15% men, 0% non-binary. So I don't know what we're doing wrong on that front.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what about it is not appealing to non-binary people. But something's got to change.
So
Because this is a travesty. We need to cut that men number down.
I was listening to a podcast the other day, and it's not the type of podcast I would usually listen to, and I can't remember what it was called now, but it was with the some fucking guys. Who cares? And then
the some fucking guys.
they weren't. Well, they were like fuckboy guys for sure.
Yeah.
Maybe not fuckboy, but they were. You knew they had sex. It was like a sex podcast, I guess. So it makes sense that you would know that.
Like tips on sex, or was it like
just
a podcast where they air sex audio?
It's all sex audio all the time. That's right.
It's a radio station. It's like a 24-hour. That probably exists. I bet there's a 24-hour radio station for like sex audio.
No, the FCC wouldn't allow that.
Well, it's on the under the waves.
It's like a freebooter like radio station.
Yeah, they hijack
a
frequency.
Yeah.
And air it out illegally.
24-hour moaning. All the time.
Yeah.
Hey, welcome back to your one-stop shop for hot sex moans on the road. Get ready for your next 3-hour block of ad-free moaning.
But there are ads sometimes.
There are ads sometimes.
Are they normal ads?
Yeah, they're
it's still like K Jewelers.
O'Reilly's. And yeah, K. What's that? Every kiss begins with K.
Yeah, it's exactly that. Anyways,
it's a good thing we're not recording today, because I'd be really embarrassed to put out those moans for real.
It's a good point. Because I wasn't doing them because I was like, I don't want that audio on recording, but I forgot we're not recording.
Yeah, so go ahead and make them if you want. Yeah.
Oh, I got a frog in my throat. I can't do it.
Okay.
Oh, a little bit sick today. Sorry.
Yeah,
I would do it.
Of course. Yeah.
I would normally do it.
Sure.
In a heartbeat, I'd do it. I think I need to be more comfortable moaning in public, honestly.
I mean, I guess, how would you work, like, you're going to start moaning in, like, a park, and then someone's going to come up to you and say, hey, stop, dude. Like, I brought my kids here. Like, you cannot do that here.
Yeah.
And then you're just going to be like, oh, I'm getting over my fear.
Yeah. Well, I'm getting over my social anxiety, which is always a good thing.
Always.
No matter the subject.
Huh.
Let me get one. I'll get one, just for the record.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
There you go.
That was a little weak. You might need to...
I'm not enjoying it that much.
I see.
No one said the 24/7 phone sex line, radio sex line was like good sex.
Yeah.
Since people like it's a marriage that's falling apart and they're trying to spice it up and it's not working. Are all sex moans not a little performative? I'm certainly a little performative in my sex moans.
Sure. Yeah. I'd say there's definitely a performance aspect to them. Yeah.
My sisters are gonna hate this episode.
Well, luckily we're not recording, so they're
Shit,
never
you're
gonna
right.
hear it. Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
What was I thinking? Yeah, I'd say they probably are. It's like how people sometimes have a fake orgasm to make their partner not feel bad.
Right.
But I also feel like sex moans can be somewhat self-encouraging.
Right. Yeah, you definitely feel like you're enjoying it more if you're making noise, I think.
Yeah.
Sometimes you throw in some by yourself. Why not?
Hey, no one's listening to you.
That's right. I've been playing Zelda Tears of the Kingdom.
Yeah.
It's going to sound like a weird pivot. It's not.
Okay.
There is it's not voice lines, but it's like when you're talking to NPCs. Uh-huh. They make like noises.
Yeah,
like
and you get turned on while you're playing, yeah.
A little, maybe. But it's like, apparently, this is what I was reading on Reddit, in Japanese, which is the original recording of the voice line. So not saying words in like Japanese, but in English, something like, would be like, oh, that type of noise. Maybe that's probably exaggerated, but it sounds like sex moans to me.
Right.
To me, an English speaker.
So like in Japanese, that's the noise they would make as like an or a like that, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
like
that makes sense.
Active listening type noises sound to my ears like a sax.
Right.
And when I'm playing on this TV here and I got the audio turned up and I have roommates, and then I go to talk to, especially some of the there's these characters called the Great Fairies that are like supposed to be kind of sexual, and like there's jokes about how they're pretty inappropriate with Link, being like, "Ooh, I could just smooch you right up" or whatever, that type of thing. So those ones might be intended to be a little sexual.
Yeah.
But then I'm like, I go and turn my TV down because I'm, you know, they can hear me going like, yeah, wah, doing like killing some monsters, and then they hear like, ooh. I don't want people thinking I'm watching some weird action-based pornography.
Like you have to fight to get to the person.
Yeah, that'd be kind of fun. They should make that.
You know, I feel like taken out of context, American sex mounds could also be sexual. Like,
American. You said American sex modes
or American
yeah,
American conversation noises.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. That's true.
You know, like
if the person's really tired.
Yeah.
Like, you're talking to them. They've been at work for 8 hours. They haven't had a drop of coffee all day. Yeah, that's their conversation noises. They're like, oh. Okay. This is a fun one.
Okay.
I think you'll probably be able to get this. I wrote down the top 2.
Okay.
Who are the top Spotify artists of our audience?
The top Spotify artists?
Yeah, what musical artists are the people who listen to our podcast listening to the most?
Okay.
You have 2 options. There's a number 1 and a number 2.
Out of all the bands and all the music and all of history.
You could totally get it. You could absolutely get one of them.
Is one of them the Mountain Goats?
One of them is the Mountain Goats.
Okay.
I think that one's mostly me.
And the other is...
You can get this 100%.
You think?
Oh, yeah.
Taylor Swift?
You got
yes!
it.
Fuck yes!
That's impressive, actually. Yeah. Number 1 is Taylor Swift. Makes perfect sense. I wouldn't expect it to be anything else. Number 2 is the Mountain Goats. I do just listen to so much Mountain Goats. Like, intentionally, I really want to drive up my stats for the end of the year. I'm aiming to be the Mountain Goats #1 fan.
Oh.
So that one might genuinely be...
Is that doable?
Me. I think so. I went for it for Lorde one year.
Okay.
2 years ago, I want to say. The year her latest album came out.
Okay.
At the start of the year, like New Year's, I was like, I'm going to be Lorde's #1 fan on Spotify.
Would Lorde see that?
I think so. I think this artist gets an email with like their Spotify stats, and I think it would have had my name.
Okay.
I don't know if she would check her email.
Yeah.
But like, my plan was her song Ribs. I'm gonna play that on repeat at all hours. I did that for like 2 months before I got bored. I got like 0.0001% listeners. I think if her album hadn't come out that year, I could have had it. This is a big influx of people listening.
Sure.
It was a shame. Could have got there. I just got bored of having every morning when I wake up, I have to go check that it's been playing all night. And I put it on like volume 1 just in case it could tell if it was muted. So like if I listened close at all times, I could hear a little bit of like, this dream isn't feeling sweet. We're reeling through the midnight streets.
How far into the year did you get with this?
Like early March, I think.
Oh, that's pretty good.
I listened to Ribs like 10,000 times or something. God. Which was a funny screenshot at the end of the year.
Yeah.
I tweeted like, just one of those years, huh? You listened to Ribs 11,000 times this year. So I'm not doing that with the Mountain Goats. They're a much smaller band than Lorde.
Yeah.
Obviously.
You could just listen to them. Probably.
I probably listen to them like 3 or 4 hours a day just through my usual usage of Spotify. So I do think it's possible.
Oh my fucking god.
Good.
I walk outside for like 5 seconds at any point in the day.
You need some allergy pills? I have some.
I'll be fine. But
I could hear it from here.
I know.
You're really moving that eyeball around.
I am. Hopefully I don't damage my retina, but...
Can that happen because I do that all the time.
Damage your retina?
Rub my eye.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Do I damage my retina when I do that?
I don't think so. Maybe. I don't know. Okay. Question number 3.
Ready for question number 3?
I'm acing this thing.
Maybe
not acing, but
the last one.
Okay.
So you have 1 out of 2.
Okay.
Which is pretty good because these are all quite hard. I'll give you plus or minus 10% for this one. Also, it's more percentages. What are the age percentages of our listeners? We have 4 categories. There's a 0 to 17, an 18 to 22, 23 to 27, and I skipped over the rest because there were none, a 45 to 59.
Okay. So there's no one between 27 and 45 that listens to our podcast?
Yeah, we have no one in their 30s listening to this pod.
That's probably good. They need to be out there, like, I don't know. Working.
They got to be typing spreadsheets and whatnot, building up that nest egg.
that nest egg. What you're asking, which is the top?
We can start with which is the top. You'll probably get that one.
Am I trying to get which percentage for each?
Yeah.
Okay.
Idea. Let's start with which one's the top, and then you can figure it out.
Top is 18 to 22.
That is correct.
Okay, and I think that is 45%.
Okay.
I think.
What do you think 0 to 17 is?
0 to 17 is 20%.
Okay. We're at 65 total, I think.
Okay, thanks for keeping me in check, because I would go over if I could.
Yeah.
What's the next one?
You have 23 to 27.
I think I'm going to say that's 25%.
Okay. Which leaves 10%.
Yeah, and then 10% for
45
45 to 59.
Okay. So you said 45.
18 to 22.
45% 18 to 22. You said 10% 0 to 17? What was that?
I said 20% 0 to 17.
Right. So 65, and then it was... What were the other two?
The other one was...
I don't know why I'm checking. They were wrong.
25%.
25%, 23 to 27. And then... I feel like it doesn't add up now.
25. Wait.
No, then 10%. No, that's right. Yeah.
It's... What? Okay. It's 20% 0 to 17.
Mm-hmm.
45% 18 to 22.
Okay.
What did I say for the first one? 20%?
40.
Why don't you just fucking say the answers?
Okay, I don't really remember what you said. It's luckily we don't have a recording of it, so it won't be like embarrassing that you said it and then I instantly forgot.
Yeah.
'Cause no one's gonna hear this. But I believe you were within 10% of the 45 to 59.
Okay.
That's the only one. It is 5% 0 to 17.
Okay, that makes sense.
Again, you just kind of like underestimated how much we appeal to our target audience.
And also, like us, we're in that. So.
Yeah, we're 80% 18 to 22.
Oh my God.
It's basically all 18 to 22.
I guess that makes sense. A lot of overlap there with the female statistic.
We appeal hugely to 20-year-old females.
Well, I don't, but I guess we do together.
Yeah. Like the audio we record.
Yes. Not us as people.
Maybe not, no. It's 10% 23 to 27, 5% 45 to 59.
How much for 45 to how much for the last two?
10% 23 to 27.
Okay.
5% 45 to 59.
Which is
like 3 people.
Yeah, I assume that's my parents.
Yeah, I think those ones just our parents. 23 to 27 is like, I don't know. My sister is 23. What's going on, Megan? Wait, never mind. You can't hear this. Frick you, Megan.
So what was my final score?
You got like 1.2 out of 3. I think.
I'm glad our listeners are never gonna hear this.
Yeah,
that's embarrassing.
Well, those were really hard questions. I don't know if I could have gotten them. There's another. I do wish we were recording today because I have important news regarding this Spotify thing too. I'll tell you, and then we'll say it next week. You can use the advice feature on Spotify to ask us questions now.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome.
It's pretty sick. So if you don't feel like, which apparently none of you fucking do, going to allthatandaglassofwater@gmail.com and sending us a question, you can now just kind of swipe up on Spotify. It's there on our page. You'll find it. there should be a thing that says like ask us advice here, and
Well.
you can just drop it right in the app. You don't even gotta move. So if you're hearing this, let's say someone's secretly recording us and publishes this. If you're hearing it, go do it right now. Ask a question. Please.
Go ask. You should, if you're listening on, well, you're not listening. Never mind. Let's, do you want to, just for the heck of it, you want to review this water that we had?
Forgot. The water review. Yeah.
I don't think the glass of water needs to be right at the beginning. Maybe that's the season 2 change, is that we kind of mix it in there a little bit,
Okay. I like that, because that's been the trend. Apparently that's what we do now.
I guess.
It's what we will do back when we get back to recording season 2 episodes.
Yeah.
I have a glass of water here that we're just gonna drink. This is just for our hydration, I suppose, because we're not doing this for anybody. This is from my kitchen sink.
Oh,
I think we've recorded this before.
is this
tested it.
the same place that I got this coffee water was from?
That is, yeah, that's
Okay.
where the coffee water came from.
So I've kind of an idea what this tastes like already.
You think so?
If I can remove the coffee taste from my mind.
We should do like a blind taste test of like, you drink 2 waters, you drink 2 coffees, you got to match them.
That's good. I like that.
More than 50% of the time.
Yeah.
That'd be a fun test. I don't think they could. Unless they were like really distinctive water.
Yeah. That's a good idea, actually. We should do that. What possibly? Oh God! And she's spitting up everywhere. Somebody get baby her rag. Oh my God! Are you okay? What? She's leaving the room. She had to. What prompted that little fit there?
I don't know, honestly. Like, I think it was, I noticed I had water in my mouth and kind of wanted to laugh. Oh, excuse me.
I'll take that from you.
I noticed I had water in my mouth and I'm crying now. I'm in tears.
Oh my gosh.
I wanted to laugh a little bit, and then I was like, oh, I'm going to spit this everywhere. And then that fact was funny to me. And then it happened.
And then it just happened.
I'm going to throw up.
Okay, let's taste this water that's so good apparently.
Yeah.
Okay.
You put a whole. I also did. I like filled my mouth fully. I was like, it'll be funny if I fill my mouth to the fucking brim. What do they call a frog with no eyes? Blind. I should have just spit it back in the cup. But you could have drank that.
Yeah, that would have been tasty.
Would you?
I'm sure.
Would you have done that?
Almost definitely no.
I think I'd do it for you.
Can I finish this off?
Yeah, go for it. Is it really good?
It's good. It's like refreshing.
Yeah.
Like it's the kind of water I want after I just went on like a 5-mile run, you know?
Yeah. You do that?
No, but like if hypothetically
that's
I
a
were
lot of
to.
running.
Yeah, more. Yeah, I think that's more distance than I've traveled ever.
Even by car?
Yeah.
You never gone 5 miles before, huh?
Nope. I've lived in this same 5-mile square block of land for my entire life.
I gave myself the hiccups. I'm sorry. Didn't know you could do that, but it happened.
Huh. I would give this water. I would give it, honestly, perfect 5 out of 5. I love it so much. I would drink another cup easily.
Wow. This water tried to kill me. Life flashed before my eyes there. Thought that was going to be it. Thought I was going to drown myself.
Wow. That must have been scary for you. So I wouldn't fault you for giving this water a negative review.
I'm going to give it a 2 out of 5.
Wow. Okay.
Thirsty points.
You
It
know-
does get to keep a point because it was pretty funny that I almost died.
That was funny. That did make me laugh too.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, I said I wasn't gonna fault you for saying the water was bad, but I am faulting you.
If I put a fucking gun to your head right now and then shot it, I said I have a revolver. There are 5 bullets in it.
Yeah.
Spin that baby around, shoot you in the head. And it's a blank. You luckily get the blank one. Are you gonna give me a 5 out of 5?
Well, I guess I wouldn't. I might give the gun a 5 out of 5 for not killing me.
Because it spared you.
Yeah,
That's fair.
that's what you got to see. The water spared you. It could have killed you. It had the power to, but it did not.
That's a good point. I think it may have just been I was too strong for it, though. I think it did its darndest. And I luckily was able to release just enough and then choke down the rest.
Yeah.
And make it through that.
You're really brave.
Thank you.
You're really brave.
Finally someone says it.
I had a busy day today.
What was your day like?
My day, you want to hear about my day?
Yeah, the one you just mentioned.
Yeah, okay, let me tell you about my day.
Okay. You sure you don't want drugs? Your eyes are really red.
Are you asking if I'm on drugs or if I want drugs?
If you want, the drug would be Xyzal. Allergy medication.
You're talking about me rubbing my eyes. I was thinking my eyes were red because I'm so fucking tired.
No, just the outsides. The insides look fine.
Okay. What was I thinking? Right.
About the day?
About my day. That's
Yeah.
right. I stayed up really late last night, just doing whatever. I so much of my sleep procrastination. You know this concept?
Where you procrastinate just the act of going to sleep?
Yes. I do that every single night. It is my nighttime routine. Is just finding new and interesting reasons not to go to bed.
Yeah.
I gotta clean the mirror. How am I gonna brush my teeth properly in the morning if this mirror is all dirty?
That makes sense.
Stuff like so. Whatever. I stayed up late, and then I had to get up at like 7 in the morning to drive here to Chapel Hill.
Oh, you came here today?
I came here today. Yeah.
Oh man.
Because my old roommate, she still had some of her stuff in my apartment, so she's moving into her new apartment. She stopped by to collect her old furniture.
Right.
So I basically drove here this morning to rob myself of all my stuff.
Was it all your stuff? Was hers?
Pretty much.
Like,
Most
you
of
don't
the
have like a
furniture.
couch or anything now?
No.
Damn. Well, you're moving too, right?
Yeah, I am. I have a futon, so that's good.
That's all you need.
I also found it. Someone was throwing it away. It was meant to be going to the dump. So, oh my fucking god.
Trevor's got a lot of stuff in his eye.
You know, I am going to splash my face with a little bit of water here.
Sure. Bathroom's just out there to your right. It's got I dripped all over the ground in there.
I just felt that like I've been sobbing.
It looks like you've been sobbing out of one eye. Like your two-face.
It's like half of my brain is experiencing the emotions of sadness and the other one is just fine.
Yeah, it's
just okay.
You got your left brain is being all logical.
That's right.
About the death of Joe.
Exactly.
And the right brain is feeling those feelings, but like you got stuff to do.
Yeah.
The left brain's trying to keep you on track.
Exactly.
Because the whole world can't go on pause just because one man was hit by a train.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Maybe we should be doing an episode today, but it's been done. It's too late now.
It's too late now. I'm sure President Harris would be disappointed if we released a full episode. So
fuck, I forgot about that part. Gosh, I might have to go. I gotta go think about some things.
Was there a point to the story I was telling? I don't know that there was.
You were saying you helped your roommate.
I helped my roommate. move stuff, and it was just very tiring, and we had to, have you helped a person move before?
Yeah, I've moved furniture.
It's like the most exercise I get, like during the whole year, and that's like, I'm not kidding. This is probably the most physical exertion I've done so far in 2023.
Yeah.
Which isn't, don't. That's not good necessarily.
That's not like you've like walked around.
That's true. I walk around.
This is the first time you stood up in a year or something. Like moving furniture is a decent amount of exertion.
Yeah.
When I moved my couches in, they're downstairs. My dad got a U-Haul, and then we were moving them from my sister's apartment because she was moving out. I took those. I sliced my hand open real bad. When I shoved it in there to try to get a better vantage point, there's something sharp inside the couch. I got a big cut. Ow. And it was like got blood all over the couch. Ooh. Which is so cool.
What color couch was it?
It's red. Oh, literally shit. Perfect.
Okay.
Probably still there. Can't even tell. It's been there for a year.
Wow.
My roommate, one of my roommates that lives here right now is gone for good because he graduated. And like a good portion of our furniture is his. I don't know when he's taking our kitchen table. We honestly probably won't replace it. I think we're just going to live for a year without a kitchen table is my prediction.
Do you use the kitchen table?
I do, but I could get by without it. Like I could eat on the coffee table.
See, I'm in the same situation because my old roommate just took the dining table, and I never used it. I'm not even living in the apartment anymore.
Right.
But my roommates, they use it, so I feel bad about that. But also, what can you do? I'm not gonna like replace it because the lease is like almost up.
So
anyways.
Everyone's gonna be moving out.
Yeah.
Anyways, they'll make it.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
It'll be fine.
So, yeah, I don't know. Apartment's looking a little gutted right now, though.
Yeah. What are we gonna talk about next? I can talk about the Pokemon.
Oh yeah.
Should I talk about the Pokemon? I'm going to tell you a little story about Pokemon.
Please, tell me a little story about Pokemon.
See if you can think of anything funny.
Okay.
To do with this. So we can say something funny. Because I like to laugh. This isn't for like a podcast or anything. I just like to be entertained.
You just like to, you like to be entertained.
Yeah. By
your friends, and you ask them to perform gesture-like acts just at your whim for no reason. Yeah.
Exactly. So you're going to do that while I tell the story.
Okay.
The Pokemon Company.
Yes.
Game Freak. I do not know if those are two separate entities. That confuses me. Someone who makes Pokemon, either this company Game Freak, this company called the Pokemon Company, they make a Pokemon video game.
Okay. That's so far makes sense.
Yeah.
Nothing weird about that.
It was a fun time. It's called Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. I quite enjoy it. They're buggy as hell. They lag so much. Absolutely suck to play. But if it weren't for that, that would be great Pokemon game.
Okay.
And I really enjoy Pokemon, so I had a great time with these. I played these for like 100 hours.
Yeah.
Good games. A lot of people have been very excited for this thing called the Pokemon Home Update, which is on the Switch. There's an app where you can send all your Pokemon from the other games, from like the previous Pokemon games.
Okay.
And from ones on like the 3DS and from Pokemon Go
on
the phone. You can put them all in the same app and then transfer them between any game.
What?
So people are very excited, like, ooh, you can bring your team all the way up from like Red and Blue, the original ones on the Game Boy, all the way up to the newest ones.
That's awesome.
It takes a lot of work, but like, yeah, it's a cool thing. I got a bunch of Pokemon stored in there. I got all my teams from the old games. Got a bunch of shiny ones.
Oh, shit.
So I'm pretty excited for this update. I'm probably going to replay the games using some of my old team. It's going to be a great time. Mm-hmm. They posted, the Pokemon Company tweeted like 2 days ago, this update is coming out on the, what day is it today? I think it was the 24th, or like the 25th or something. They're like, it's coming out in like a week. Mm-hmm. And everyone's like, let's go. This is going to be awesome.
Yeah.
Everybody's been like, gosh, when are they going to do this? Originally, they said it was going to happen like spring 2023. And people are like, we're running out of time for that one.
Yeah.
They got a couple more days to do it in spring, I think.
Yeah.
But they were like, it's finally going to happen. And same time as this update drops, there's supposed to be this raid event, which they've been doing for basically since the game launched. Every weekend, there's like a different Pokemon you can find in these raid dens. It's like rare. It's got special abilities. It's ones that weren't available in the game before. I got a cool Greninja. It's great. There was going to be one for this Pokemon Chestnut happening. And then they tweeted yesterday, whoopsie doopsie, we said it too early, guys. None of this is happening. It's been fully delayed.
Oh.
Not only the home update that they announced for a week in advance.
Yeah.
So, like, they shouldn't be working on it anymore.
Yeah.
If it's supposed to come out in a week, that should be locked in, I feel like. And this event that they've already done, like, at least 20 of, the identical events, they just have to change what Pokemon is in the den, got fully delayed.
Wow.
The whole fucking thing shut down.
Whoa.
It was really bizarre. And now we don't know when we're going to be able to get our Chestnut or when my shiny Aegislash is going to be able to go into Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Because the Pokemon Home update's gone.
Huh.
This whole game is the clusterfuck.
It's all a mess. I'd like to think that someone from Game Freak or the Pokemon Company has just been like procrastinating finishing this update and just was like, okay, I'm going to put out this tweet. Everyone's going to know when it's coming out, and I have to make it. I have to make this update work. Yeah.
Yeah. When you give yourself a deadline and you're like, hey, this is going to be done by then, so everybody knows.
Yeah.
So that I have the motivation to do it.
Yeah. And then it just was clearly too much work to do in like a week. Yeah. And it was like, oh, shit, I can't get this done. Fuck.
Right. They ran into one problem.
Yeah.
And their boss was like, you said it was going to be ready. You said it's going to be ready by March 25th. You tweeted it to 15 million people.
I'm sorry, boss. I didn't realize that the code was going to be this complex.
They already think our game is shit. It doesn't work at all.
Boss, I got to make this thing work with like things that came out fucking 20 years ago. Like
we've
hard.
Done this like 6 times. There are like literally 8 Pokemon games on the Nintendo Switch. This runs on the same engine. Why is it so fucking hard?
Why are you making one person make this update? I'm so fucking stressed
out. We have 4 employees.
Shit.
That's why the game sucks ass so much. You know this, Brian.
Yeah, you're right, boss.
We're in Japan. Your name's Brian. We have 4 employees. And you know everybody else is working to make the game not suck ass, and it's taken a long time. All we needed you to do was code this update that would just copy the code from Pokemon Sword and Shield.
No, I know. It's just like something was wrong with my computer, and my Control-C wasn't working, and I've been trying to get it fixed all week, but it's just hard, boss.
You can right-click and copy. You don't use the keyboard shortcut.
Yeah, I have a trackpad. And it's hard to get the thing to click with the right click, you know?
It's just hard to do it, so you decided you were going to not even just pull it up on the other monitor and type it up then. It should take like an hour maybe. Why are you trying to do it all over?
You know, boss, I only got the one monitor.
So why aren't we buying you a second monitor? We're the most profitable game in the world.
You know, I just don't think it's too much, boss. It's just too much. You know, one little guy like me, I don't need 2 monitors.
You're right. Your only job is to do the Pokemon Home update.
Yeah.
Have you heard from Nancy, who was supposed to do make the Chestnut go in the game? A super easy task. She's my 11-year-old niece. We hire her to do that one. Has she finished that yet?
I heard that she wrapped that one up. Yeah, she was able to.
Because I've got a lot of tweets from players saying Chestnut, say that you tweeted that Chestnut isn't going to happen.
Oh.
He got delayed too, along with the Pokemon Home update.
Yeah, well, there was like we were kind of working together, and like.
What was Nancy doing on the Home project?
She's adding, a few lines of code just here and there.
Oh, it's cool that she's getting engaged.
Yeah.
We need more women in computer science.
We do.
So, but Chestnut's not happening, huh?
No, she's on her way with the Home update that I'm working on, that we're working on, boss.
She driving?
The fuck is Chestnut? Is this a Pokemon character?
Yeah, Chestnut's a Pokemon. She was supposed to put him in the raid den. We did this last week. Like, she did it last. All she has to do, we made it super easy. We made one of them block programming things. She just goes down the list and picks a Pokemon. They even have pictures.
No.
She doesn't even have to read. She drags it into the box, and then it goes out to all 15
No,
million
I know,
players.
I know, boss. But we had this. It's kind of tied together. The code is like linked up a little bit, so it's just hard to get that. It's like
Why would you link them up?
we
They
can
weren't
do
linked
it.
before.
Well, boss, it's just we wanted to make this big and special. We'll like separate them. It's fine, but it's just gonna take like surgical precision. So that's probably gonna add like 2-3 weeks to the release day, something like that.
Brian, I just got a call from Shigeru Miyamoto,
Yeah.
president over at Nintendo,
Oh.
the company that pays all our bills.
And what did Mr. Miyamoto have to say?
He says we're a fucking disgrace.
Mm-hmm.
He says he could code a whole Mario game in 2 minutes if it was so required of him, and we can't even figure out this update that we already did a whole bunch. He says you're fired, Brian. I didn't even know he knew you worked for us. He knows the inner workings of Game Freak, and he said, "I'm firing Brian."
Well, I guess I'll pack my things.
Nancy's taking your job.
All right.
He said, "I want Nancy on the task," and I said, "Sir, are you sure she can't even get Chestnut in there?" And he said, I saw how she dragged that Greninja the other week."
She is good at that. Yeah.
She nailed that.
Um,
I didn't want it to end this way.
No.
If you could have just put, like, why'd you tweet that out? Why'd you even, if you hadn't said that you were going to do it on the 25th, none of this would have happened. Everybody would have just thought it was coming later.
I'm sorry, boss. I just, I don't know. I have problems with motivation, and I was just hoping that I could get this thing out in time, but clearly I can't. And
Before you go, Brian, what's the deal on that, the DLC for this game that's going to be really big, going to add like 300 new Pokemon that's supposed to come out in a month, and there's not even a trailer yet?
oh yeah, I wrapped that up like a year ago.
Oh, we're set on that one?
Yeah,
That'll
we're
for sure
good.
drop? All right, great.
All right.
That's
Bye forever,
good
boss.
working with
Good
you,
working
Brian.
with you.
So that's what's going on at Game
That's
Freak.
what's going on at Game Freak.
That's kind of our idea of what's happening right now over at Game Freak.
So everyone's mad about this on Twitter then?
Yeah, I follow this Twitter account called like Bulba Garden. It's the people that run the big Pokemon wiki.
Oh.
So these are big fans.
Yeah.
And like the main person for that was like, guys, I try to stay positive, but what the fuck's happening over there? How did they fuck this up so bad? It's a shame. Now we know. We figured it out.
We figured it
It's
out.
Brian and Nancy.
Brian and
It's
Nancy.
the name of my aunt and uncle, actually.
Oh, really?
Maybe that was in my head. It's one of their birthdays
Dude.
today.
Oh, well, happy birthday to your
Uncle Brian.
Uncle Brian.
Yeah.
All
Shit, wait, it's Uncle Tom. Fuck. I had the wrong pair of uncle and aunt.
right.
Happy birthday, Uncle Tom.
Well-
Brian, I don't know when your birthday is. I hope it's swell. Sorry, I confused you too. Wait, they're not listening. This isn't going out.
Yeah,
It's fine.
We're fine. I like wikis for specific niches. I think it's insane how big some of them are. Like,
Yeah.
I'm sure the Pokemon wiki is fucking huge.
It's very detailed because they got like everything changes every game. They still have like a tab for every game. So it's basically every year they have to remake the whole website because like all the moves change and stuff.
Oh my gosh. Wait, the moves change for each.
Yeah, like which Pokemon can use a move.
Right. Okay.
The exact wording of it. Someone's got to go in and update that every time.
Oh shit. Okay.
Which, yeah, great work over there at the Bulbapedia. You guys are doing.
Yeah.
This episode was going to be sponsored by Bulbapedia, and then Joe. You know what happened to Joe.
Yeah, you had to go and get fucking crushed by that freight train. So.
Yeah, I got another notification. They're saying Kamala drove it.
Really.
Yeah, they're saying she killed him on purpose.
And yet she is still president.
Yeah,
First female president. Congrats.
it's pretty cool. Yeah, congrats, Kamala. It's awesome, actually. I have a voicemail from Georgia Power. I can call them. Be like, I'll pay my bill if you ask a question.
From Georgia Power.
Yeah, I lived in Atlanta about a year ago now. They've been sending. I got a whole stack of bills in that drawer.
That you haven't paid?
Yeah, it's just the one bill. They keep sending me over and over.
Okay.
That's fine. Who should?
I thought maybe you were getting your electricity from Georgia, like you had a special wire built.
Yeah.
They got good coal down in Georgia. What can I say?
I didn't want to have to change like my provider when I moved from Georgia.
Yeah.
So I was like, can you guys? What if I were to plug in an extension cord and drive it all the way up here? So it's still plugged in my old apartment. Some people live there. I just taped something like "Do not unplug." I haven't done it yet because the lights are on here.
There you go. It's like the old telegram, like phone wires. They drag across the whole Atlantic Ocean.
Yeah, I tie it to the back of the transatlantic railway.
Yeah.
In my high school psychology class, he did this thing where he wrote a number on the board. It's like a 4-digit number, and like did a big underline on it, and he didn't talk about it all day. And then in the end, he was like, we had a test the next day. He said, guys, for extra credit on the test, don't remember this number. And then it was funny. And then on the test, there was a question like, what was the number? And if you put it, you didn't get the extra credit. But if you put anything else, you got like a point.
Did you put the number on there?
No, I genuinely didn't remember it because I spent the whole time thinking of other 4-digit numbers.
Why?
So it would interrupt it in my head. And it worked. Okay. I didn't remember the number. Don't remember it to this day.
Wow. Yeah, that's impressive.
I know people who do remember it.
So when you're it's like you're a fucking PTSD victim. Like you were all in a really bad accident together, and you're like, yeah, I don't remember it, but some of my friends who I was with, they do.
Yeah. Well, it's like if people have been staring at it the whole time wondering what it is.
Yeah.
And then
that was probably the point.
Yeah. And he says like it's like don't think of a pink elephant, that type of thing, and everybody's got it.
Yeah.
But the real challenge was just like don't write it down. Yeah. Everyone thought it was like reverse psychology, and really you were supposed to remember it.
Sure. That's a reason. I would probably think the same thing. Maybe
someone was like, I wrote it down, but I also wrote like I'm just guessing here. Because I don't remember it. I'm just going to guess 4 random digits, and then they put the real one, and he didn't give it to him, and they were like, what? You can't do that. How do you know I actually remembered it?
Chances are like 1 in fucking 7 billion thousand, whatever.
Yeah. They didn't get the point. It's a real shame. We still don't have a question.
I don't understand, like... You were staring at this number the whole class too, right?
Yeah.
But then at the end, your teacher said, "Forget this," and then that's when you started thinking of the other ones.
Yeah.
Okay, I could see how that could remove your memory of that number.
It's like I wouldn't expect to remember it now because I wasn't like working on memorizing it. But I felt pretty impressed that I genuinely did not remember it the next day.
Yeah.
Like because it was a big part of that day. A lot of people probably gonna be their last thought is that number. That teacher's on Twitter. You think we can get him on the pod?
Holy shit!
My high school
psychology. We should DM him.
He was a great teacher actually. I would like to interview him.
Yeah, fuck it, let's do it. Twitter DM your teacher.
Ask him if he needs advice.
Yeah.
Hey, Mr. Snell. My name's different. I hope you remember me. I tweeted with him. We had a couple Twitter threads together after I graduated, and then I was like, "This is a little weird that I'm still like trying to interact with him." I think he probably thought it was a little weird. Trevor, what's wrong?
I have so much knowledge.
Oh no! I have good news.
Yep.
We got a question.
Oh, that's good.
This one comes from Cheryl.
Hey.
Returning question asker. Thanks, Cheryl.
Big thank you to Cheryl. Thank you, Cheryl.
Big fan of Cheryl. Love all the work you do.
Too bad she's never going to hear this advice. Her problem will never be solved. But...
That's right. Shit, I forgot we're not recording.
It's good that we're still doing this, you know.
Yeah, just for us. We'll know that we answered it. It'll be good on our conscience.
Yeah.
The question is, are you ready for this one?
I'm ready for this one.
As a woman in my mid-50s, She says,
Okay.
is it inappropriate for me to have long hair?
Now, see, to me, this question was weird because when she like, like why would that like be weird?
I mean, I guess older women, not that you're old, Cheryl.
Mm-hmm.
Not saying mid 50s is old.
No.
That's middle age. But middle age and up women do tend to have shorter hair.
Yeah. I guess, I mean, now that I'm thinking about it, that is true. But when she was on the phone, we were getting a question here. She said,
we could say that because we're not recording, so
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
not like we're spoiling any info.
Exactly. She said that she was clinging to her youth,
Yeah.
which I thought I'd never tied long hair and youth together for women, but
If anything, it should be the opposite because hair growth takes time.
exactly.
So if you never cut your hair, the person with the longest hair would be the oldest.
Yeah.
So I think if anything, cling to your youth, you'd shave your head,
Mhm.
and people would think you're a baby.
Yeah, like you're like they would think you were a newborn, and that's the real clinging to youth, not the long hair. What?
Yeah,
No.
people like when I see someone, like I look at me, I have some decent length hair.
Yeah, you got
I like
length
to
there,
think
yeah.
I got the longest hair in my family right now.
Oh wow,
My mom thinks she's gonna challenge that. She can eat my fucking shorts. Can I say that about my mother? Is that a sex thing? Is eating shorts a sex thing?
Bart Simpson says it all the time, and he's like 8, so
Oh.
I hope not.
It's probably okay. It's probably okay to say that.
And
So yeah,
How old is Bart Simpson? He's got to be like 11 or 12, right? He's not 8.
I think he was supposed to be in 4th grade.
Really? Okay, so I was right.
Yeah.
Anyways, keep going.
So I have the longest hair in my fam, and I think when we're out walking in public, everyone assumes I'm the eldest.
Sure.
Even next to my parents, they're like, "Wow, you're raising all these kids by yourself," and I'm like, "No, I'm 21 years old."
Yeah.
They're like, "Wow, I never would have guessed it." So I think like it depends on what your goals are, Cheryl.
Mm-hmm.
If you're aiming for youth, go full shave. If you're aiming for like looking in like your early 20s, get a nice bob,
Yeah.
get a pixie cut, perhaps.
So they go up to your dad who has the shortest hair, right?
Yeah, my dad's bald.
And they'll like touch his head and say like, "Oh, what a sweet little baby! What a sweet little toddler!"
Yeah,
Um,
pretty weird because he's a reasonable height. He's like
Yeah.
5'10".
he's like a fully grown man, right?
Yeah,
But it's the hair. It's so
people will like stand on their tippy toes and be like, "Oh, cute little baby, you can walk so early, huh? Pretty early walking."
yeah. So I think probably grow the hair out. You look with your long hair. You look very aged and wise. You're the type of person I would want to come and get advice from.
Right. So
So-
you think my mom should do that? You think growing it out is a sign of age, and
Yeah.
you think she should embrace that
Exactly.
aspect?
I think she should embrace it.
Hey, welcome in. You looking for a haircut today?
Yes, I am.
We'll just have you sit right here.
All right.
This is a chair. All right. So tell me a little bit about what you're looking for. I'm gonna run my fingers through your hair like haircut artists do.
Yeah, so I am going on a date with this 25-year-old. Now,
Ooh.
I'm
Okay.
I'm 47.
Okay.
And as you can see, I have this long, beautiful, flowing hair.
Yeah, you have some remarkably long hair.
Yeah.
True.
But I need to get that cut down a little bit so people don't think I'm like a pervert or whatever for dating a girl so young.
Because long hair makes you look older. Now, I don't know if it's my place. I'll cut your hair however you want.
Okay.
Consider that maybe you are a pervert. 'Cause that's a big age gap.
I mean, yeah.
You have considered this?
I've considered it, but I've decided I care more about what other people think than my own actions. So I'm gonna get the haircut, and then it'll be like I'm a normal, well-adjusted person.
It's just if I cut your hair short, and then you go and like you have some crazy wild sex,
Sure.
with this 25-year-old, like, am I morally culpable in that? Like, am I kind of part of this evil deed you're doing of dating with this gigantic, disgusting age gap?
I think so. Yeah.
You okay? Well, now I kind of don't want to do it. I don't want to make like a moral judgment about you, like the customer's always right or whatever.
Yeah.
Which is, I wouldn't feel right about myself.
Okay. I think that you need to quit your job. First off, that was very disrespectful to me, your customer.
You came into my place of business. I have the right to refuse service to anyone.
No, I know. Hey, I know. That's fine. But I came in here wanting to have sex with a 25-year-old, and you're not even gonna touch my head.
Hey, I don't want to touch your gross old pervert head.
But
Well, I guess we're done with our conversation, huh?
Yeah, I guess it seems like it.
It'd be nice if like anyone's listening from outside my window, if they would email us at allthatglassofwater@gmail.com, or scroll up on their Spotify app to the advice section and hit the button. You'll figure it out.
That's right.
It's not that difficult.
Yeah. All right. Well, I guess I'll go home.
All right.
I'll see you later.
Wait a minute, Trevor.
Yeah.
We're fucking live.
Holy shit!